We just need 3 points, even if it's 1-0, 2-0. But if we see a thrashing, we will be happy enough. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Volt Sports on Volt 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with the A team. I'm here with John today. Good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning, beautiful people. The most important thing isn't just getting the win, but making sure that results elsewhere go the way they are supposed to go.
Let's hope that results go elsewhere they're supposed to go. Let's hope that Nigeria gets all 3 points when they play today. Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live now on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. If you go on YouTube and type Volt FM Sports, you see us live, me and John, where we are sitting here and talking football. I'm wearing Nigerian dressing today because I am supporting Nigeria today. We have to get all 3 points, whether they like it or not. We'll get all 3 points. Okay, let's start with that, John. That game against Nigeria playing Zimbabwe today. What are you expecting to happen today? Are you expecting a shock? Because this African football, sometimes, once in a while, we get shocks here and there, but we are strong. We have one of the biggest exports, one of the biggest players, the Osimhen, the Boniface, that is not even playing, who probably will be starting probably in more than 70% of African countries. He's not even playing for the Nigerian Super Eagles. What do you expect to happen today?
For me, the expectation is just simple. Go in there, get all 3 points, win our game comfortably. Like I said earlier when we played in the previous game, I said the mentality has to be different. From the first blow of the whistle, you have to show presence, you have to show character, you have to show that you actually want it. That chip on the shoulder that tells you, like, look, we are not leaving this pitch without the 3 points. We are going to go there, we are going to finish the game, and we are going to get the points we need. And remember, in the last game, I was criticizing the team because going 2 goals up, I was expecting we could have grounded out more goals in the encounter, because let's not forget, those 2 goals just put us on par with the guys we need to beat for the second position. And anything less than another 2 goals in this encounter, another clean sheet in this encounter, we could equal on points, but they would go through based on goal difference. So we need to make sure that we get the goals we need for the game, and we need to also make sure that we are able to defend well after scoring our goals.
Talking about when Nigeria played, if you compare the last time we played, I won't say that it was a beautiful football, but we got all 3 points. We scoring 2 goals, 2 of those goals. But in this encounter, do you think that this coach is capable of playing attacking football for us?
Yeah, you have to give it to him. I know a couple of the fans who we had their reactions after that game were saying that it was player brilliance on the night or something, but I think it's too early for us to start looking at assessing tactical brilliance from the manager, because this is his second game and he hasn't had a summer camp to train with the boys. So we just take what we get as we go game by game. But in this encounter, one of the things I need to stress is that in the first game, once Osimhen came off, our attack was very toothless. We didn't create more opportunities. You even saw the guy that came in to replace him in attack passing the ball backwards. So we need to ensure that if we are taking Osimhen off after having a fantastic game, we need to have somebody in the same mode, or somebody who is going to be just as hungry to go out there and score. And for me, I think that could be Nathan Taylor, or that could be Victor Boniface. So if we start with Osimhen, we should not drop the tempo in the second half, because the other team, Rwanda, could have gotten back into the game, and conceding 1 goal would have hurt our goal difference. So we need to ensure that we are moving from fire to fire when we are playing today.
Okay, we are playing today by 5 p.m. Okay, generally, if you look at Nigerian Super Eagles, do you think we can make this score? Even though there are a lot of games to play, about four after this game, about four or five games to play. But South Africa is probably ahead of us. If we win this, they will tie against Benin with 7 points. But he was brought in to change Nigerian Super Eagles. Are you seeing that change? If you look at the previous coaches we have, even though it's just one game.
It's too early to call it. Like, I know a lot of people are asking the question. Someone said on the show after the game that if anybody comes out here and say I saw it coming, this one, that one, that they will hold the person or whatever. But I think it's too early for us to call it. Let's keep celebrating our little wins, keep counting our baby steps, and then when the man has had time to actually build a team, because if you look at the players he started, it's just the same players, crop of players from the last manager, the last setup. He isn't moving too many pieces around yet. so it's still not his team in a sense. So let's give him the time, give him a couple of games, give him a couple of training sessions, maybe one or two camp, and then let's see how it's going to be. But one of the things I like about this encounter was that he was quick to make a press conference and said that he called these players up. Nobody gave him names of people to call or something.
What do you want me to talk before?
No, it's to be expected, so that
you want to
we
say
are
that
all
somebody
clear.
called it for you?
My own is that I like the fact that he's been outspoken in the media and is addressing some of the concerns we'll be having, which is that the same clique that run our NFF are the ones running our national team. So he should be given that freedom to pick his team, pick the players he wants to work with them on the pitch and start them. That's all I'm saying. And on the jury on whether he's doing well or not, it's too early to call.
Okay, if you talk about this striking position, everybody will know that Osimhen is going to start. That formation starting Chukwueze and Lookman and Osimhen in that attack. Do you think it's working? Because apart from the brilliance of both Lookman and Osimhen, do you think that they should probably change and try another person for Chukwueze didn't produce enough for us that day?
I think I wouldn't be in a hurry to go change the starting lineup, because name me one player in that squad that is better than this guy right now, Chukwueze right now. Just name me one player better on that team now than Chukwueze. It will be hard for you to find one name to mention. So I believe in playing the best players in their best position and giving them the leeway to mold the game and shape the game as the game is developing. If you saw that encounter, Osimhen, I don't know if it's his second goal now or the first. I think it should have been the first goal. Lookman with the assist, the way he delivered the ball to him, was able to slot it at the back of the net. And you can, off the back of that one play, judge that the attacking pairing is working, right? The only difference is that we play our ball more through Lookman's wing than Chukwueze's wing. So if he gets more service, of course, it will come good for Nigeria. You only need to go and look at his performances for AC Milan and see that the guy is good. He can dribble into the 18-yard box. He can score. He can assist. He can create. So more time.
I think part of the problem we are having in Super Eagles again is our midfield. It will be and they started the other one, even though they were interchanging. Sometimes they play 3 at the back, 4 at the back. I don't know how they planned it, but that midfield, I think, is a worry for us. It will be practically the only creative force we have that plays. It's not even a force, but when you talk about creativity, it's only one that can, in quotes, create for Nigeria. I think that's particular department we are lacking in that squad.
I would say we are only lacking in that department because on the night, Iwobi was playing deeper. If they had paired somebody else with Ndidi in that midfield and freed him to go up to go do his job, we would have seen a lot more goals, a lot more chances created. And when we talk about let me say deficit in the team with lacking a lot of creative sparks in the midfield, this is where the scouts earn their pay. This is where you need to let them go out there, let them go and scout talent in that mode, in that position, and bring them in. So that's what I will say about it. We need to let him play further up a bit more, and then we also need to do proper scouting to get more players in that mode into the team.
Okay, let's hear what our coach have to say. I'm going to play what he said yesterday in his press conference. Let's see what he has to say about that game that is going to happen today at Nigeria. He's playing his first game at home today. Let's hear our coach talk to the press.
We need to be focused on the second game. It's the most important now. I'm proud of my player, what they do in Rwanda. It was very difficult, but they made the job. So yesterday we made a good training session. So we need to go again to the pitch to prepare the game tomorrow. It will be not easy because Zimbabwe have a good team with good player, with good coach. This coach has a good game project, so we need to be focused on our team and do the job tomorrow. thankfully we have
and do the job tomorrow. That's what he said. Papa, let's hear what Icon has to say too. Is our captain. He was talking to the press again about that tomorrow. Today's game,
a
actually.
lot of intelligent players, a lot of players that play at a high level. That will be used to changing tactics, maybe different coaches. So it's just adapting. And yeah, I think the coach said it before as well. We have a lot of quality in our team, so it's not trying to explain to players how they need to play football. It's more about trying to get everyone playing in harmony and understanding, of the bigger picture, bigger idea. And I think we saw that in the last game. But now that's all done. That's in the past. And we have to show that again tomorrow in the next game.
Okay, that's our coach and our captain talking to the press about that game today. I think he's giving a whole lot of credit to Zimbabwe when our coach was talking. They have a good team. They know which good team they have. Making no trials today.
If you are able to read between the lines, you will understand that when coaches come out and tap somebody up, it's because they don't want to give them the double incentive of talking them down. Imagine he comes up and he talks down Zimbabwe. You're giving them fuel with which to come and fight you when you play them later on today. So that's the thing. When you tap them up like you've done now, everybody feels good. Everybody feels good about themselves, and then you get on the pitch and you win them over. But if you talk them down in the press, wow. You don't want to give your enemy fuel. You want to make sure you cut off their fuel supply.
Okay, let's see what happens today. Nigeria is playing today at home against Zimbabwe. That game is happening 5 p.m. Nigerian time. That game will start. Let's hope that we'll get all 3 points, because if you look at where we are on the table, we need to start getting points on the table. So let's see if we will qualify, even not first, but part of the best, second best, so that we'll play and qualify for the World Cup, because I think we should be playing the World Cup. If you look at this generation of players we have one of the highest export of international player in Africa. If you look at all our players, most of them, 99% of them are playing at a big club in Europe and somewhere else in Africa, but we have not qualified for the last World Cup. Let's hope we qualify for this World Cup. That's why he was brought in, to make sure that we qualify for that World Cup. So that game is happening 5 p.m. Nigerian time. We are going to be doing interviews again after that game by around that 7. So join us on YouTube around 7. So you get we'll talk to the fans. We'll go around Enugu and talk to the fans and get their thoughts about that game. So you can log in at Vote FM Sports on YouTube to watch those reactions from Nigerian fans here in Enugu. Okay, other games happening in Africa World Cup qualifier. Botswana will play Somalia, Uganda will play Guinea, Algeria will play Mozambique, Nigeria, as we have been talking, will play Zimbabwe, Benin Republic will play South Africa. That is a huge game. We are hoping, I think draw is going to be a good result for both of them. But let's see what happens in that game. Angola will play Cape Verde, Cameroon will play Libya. Sudan will play South Sudan. Yeah, both of them are not even in good sense, but both of them are playing each other. Sudan and South Sudan will playing today. Senegal will play Togo. Egypt will play Sierra Leone. Comoros will play Chad, and Morocco will play Tunisia. Okay, let's talk about our group, because our group guys, Benin will play South Africa in that crucial game. What do you expect? Do you want a draw, win, or who do you want to win? Who do you want them to draw? What are you expecting?
I just want a simple draw from that encounter, a goalless draw. That's all I want.
Because obviously it's going to favor Nigeria.
Of course, we just need a goalless draw in that encounter. Basically, because I like the fact that Kenneth Roy is being forward speaking, talking about his team's opportunity, talking down on other teams that he's not facing. They say umanementuary. So I can't wait for when we get our opportunity again sometime later in the year. I think that is going to be let's see.
Yeah, September.
Yes. Right? So we'll get the opportunity again, put one over them, and then we'll make sure that by then we are through with what we need to do to qualify.
We'll play Rwanda before we play them, though. We'll play Rwanda in September before we play Benin Republic. Okay, your prediction for that game is a goalless draw.
Yes, a goalless draw.
Okay, let's see, because South Africa is first, Benin Republic is second in our group, so I think a goalless draw will do good for Nigeria. We'll tie the same point with Benin if we win Zimbabwe today. Okay, Rwanda.
And this time around, they are coming to our
Yes, Rwanda will play Lesotho in same group. What is your prediction in that game too?
For me, if you're not Super Eagles right now and you're below us, just stay below us. Simple. Like, I'm not ashamed to say it, if you're below us, just stay below us right now. That's all I need from them. Rwanda, Lesotho, draw would be fine.
Okay, draw with we have to support our own. Let's see what happens in that game. Algeria will play Mozambique. What is your prediction for that game?
Algeria winning.
Algeria to win that game is going to be an interesting game. Algeria is going to probably them. Egypt will play Sierra Leone in that game. Egypt is a team that I want them to play the World Cup. Probably because of Salah. I don't think Salah have not played any World Cup, even though he has been one of the best players in the past decade. But he have not. Somehow they don't qualify for the World Cup. I don't even understand how that happens with them. I don't know. Maybe the last time they qualified for the World Cup is probably in the 1980s. Since then they have one African. I can remember they winning Afcon back to back. But once they play World Cup qualifying, they will not play the World Cup.
This time around the group is a bit more fair to them.
Yes, and they are topping the group with enough margin.
Yeah, they are topping the group with I think 2 points right now, and it's still early days. But most of their opponents have already played 6 games and they are still on 5, which means if they play today, they should be able to extend their lead with a win. So good one for them. I think it's safe to say that they may just qualify this time around. And it will be good to see Salah at the World Cup.
For me, I want to see Salah at the World Cup. He is one of the best players in the world for the past 10 years. But World Cup is they have not even won the Afcon, but at least he should play the World Cup at least once in his career before he retires. I think this is his last chance. He's about 31 or 32 years.
I don't think it's his last chance. If men like Cristiano Ronaldo are pushing to 40,
Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are just one-off players. Check it now. How many players are 38 and 40 playing in the World Cup?
It comes down to work ethic and how you handle your body.
I think it's just because what they have achieved, both of them have achieved. They have earned the right to, if they want to continue with national team, just allow them. Even if the coach says that probably in his mind he doesn't want to call maybe a Cristiano, for example, he doesn't want to call him because of what they have achieved or what they have done for Portugal, what they have done for football. He just call him, come and play. Because most people, when they go to Saudi, they don't even call them again in national team because they are younger players. You need to build with, but leave both of them alone. But for Salah, let's see, the next World Cup is going to be about 33 years. In the next World Cup, 4 years, 33, 37,
yes. If he is fit, if he's still playing good football, why not?
Okay, let's see if they are going to qualify for the World Cup. Okay, let's talk about Senegal and Togo. Senegal is one of the good teams that play for Africa. I think they represent us. They have won. I think they have reached the finals of Afcon twice, won once, and now they are going to probably want to play the World Cup again. What do you think will happen in that game? Senegal hosting Togo.
I think Senegal winning, but in narrow win. I think since the talisman for Togo retired, they've not really had a lot of bites. Yes.
I think took them to the World Cup. It was interesting. One man show. I tell you, that's why some people are criticizing players like Salah. You look at what Bale took Wales, I think, to the semi-final of the Euros, took them to the World Cup. One man show. So that's why everybody normally they criticize Salah because Salah was at his peak. You don't qualify for the World Cup.
But I think you can't criticize Salah. Salah, if we talk about players, we talk about mentality, we talk about player type. Salah is more of a Messi than a Ronaldo. Salah is more a Messi than a Ronaldo. If you look at his numbers, he has incredible assists. If he is somebody who is selfish, now no knock on Ronaldo, but if he's somebody who is selfish, he will have more goals than assists. Look at this season. He's leading the goal chart for Liverpool. He's also leading the assist chart. How many players can do that? You get? So if he had scored a lot more of those goals, he will be further ahead. So if we talk about the national team, and secondly, you see him play for Liverpool, he's not the guy who is demanding the ball 90% of the time. So for the national team, I don't think he wants to do that. Hey, you must give me all the balls. Let me go and shine and score. No, he brings other players on. He gives them opportunities to score. And when the team needs a savior, he's there to save the day. So I wouldn't put it down on him squarely.
Okay, let's see what happens in this game happening today. in the African World Cup qualification. For yesterday's game in African qualification, Namibia and Equatorial Guinea played a 1-1 draw. Tunisia beating Malawi 2-0. Central African Republic 0, Mali 0. Madagascar losing away to Ghana. Ghana went away and won 3-0. Ghana will probably qualify for the World Cup.
Thomas Partey with 2 and Kudus with 1.
Yes, their big star scored in that game. Interesting game. Burkina Faso going away to Guinea-Bissau to win 2-1. Ethiopia 6, Djibouti 1. That was a thrashing. That's one thrashing I'm expecting to happen today when Nigeria will play Zimbabwe, and finally Ivory Coast beating Gambia 1-0. Let's talk about Ghana. Ghana are actually doing well in this African qualification. Partey with the 2 goals and Kudus with 1. Good game for Ghana.
Good game for Ghana. Like we were saying yesterday that we wish them, I think it was on a Saturday, it was yesterday, we wish them that they will perform well and get the 3 points in today's encounter, because of course they are neighbors. We still need somebody to argue Ghana Jollof and Nigeria Jollof with, and at least let them qualify. They've got a couple of talents in that side, and it's one good thing to see that they are also picking up the points. Let's not forget that Semenyo is also in that squad. Semenyo doing good things in that squad. Are you also in the squad? But it's funny how you have the you have the Semenyo, and it's the Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is one of these players in that midfield that they don't sparkle, but they do the job. But if you mistake give him pass in a goal bound situation, you can bet 90% of the time that he's going to bury it, and he did. Good one for him. Round off his performance with 2 goals. Fantastic for him. And then, of course, Kudus, who loves to dribble in and out and do all those stuff, finally got 1 goal on the night as well. Good one for him.
Yes, Ghana is 5 points clear on that table. They have 15 points. Madagascar is second with 10 points. So let's see where they are going to end and who is going to qualify for that World Cup. Maybe tomorrow, after today's round of games, we'll tell you how the table is, especially for Nigeria. If what they need to do to qualify for this World Cup, we'll do that tomorrow. So that's all for Africa. And let's talk about the defending champions, Ivory Coast winning Gambia 1-0. Good game for Ivory Coast. I think Ivory Coast should qualify for the World Cup. They are African champions, but it doesn't happen like that. Hannah scoring the only goal, their superstar scoring in the 15 minutes of that game to give them that single goal.
Like we said, it doesn't always work that way. And then talking about Ivory Coast, it's games like this where you say that these guys should have taken it a bit more serious, score a lot more goals, because it's going to help them in whatever situation they find themselves in that group. But good win for them, because on the night, at least you will just notch the win and take it and move forward in that encounter. But of course, personally, I expected them to get more goals in that encounter.
Okay, let's see what happens in these games happening in Africa today. Let's see who is going to qualify, win this game, and who is have a chance more to qualify for the World Cup. Remember, it's an expanded World Cup, so there are going to be more African teams. We used to have 5, and now we're going to have up to 9 playing for Africa. So there is no excuse why an African team will not reach at least the quarterfinal or the semi-final of that competition. Because if you have more teams going, more chances for qualify, and the more we qualify, the more we have more slots in the World Cup. So we need to start doing it, especially I want Nigeria to qualify. So imagine Nigeria winning the World Cup next season. We just close out this country for 1 week.
You go beat France.
I don't care. If we win the country, we'll give ourselves 1 week, one week holiday. We'll just close down this economy. And come to bring our money.
It's possible. It's possible. The odds are crazy, but it's possible. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's win all our remaining games and see if we can top our group.
Okay, let's see if we are top our group. But I think if we win the World Cup, if we win the World Cup, they should give us 2 days holidays. If we will not see me any soon, because I'm going to be celebrating. Imagine us winning the World Cup. I think it's one of the things that is good thing that is going to happen to us, that everybody will be together. We are trying to find a way to.
You could even see the unity in Africa when what's these guys that I think Morocco,
yes, Morocco, yes.
It was like a carnival spirit, them going as far as they did. I wish they had gone all the way, but it's fine. We need to keep. This is why when we talk about bringing in the best people to help the team, I'm very bullish on that, because you can't see further than your perspective, and sometimes you need people who have been there, done it, to come and expand your mind so you can see further than you've been seeing. So but let's see, hopefully one day.
Let's see what happens. If Nigeria is going to qualify first, let's qualify first. We'll talk about winning it next year. Let's qualify for the World Cup first. We'll talk about winning it next year. Okay, let's move over to Europe. Europe played, and let's talk about England. England played Latvia yesterday, and they won 3-0 in that game. One of the goals is James scoring a fantastic free kick to give them that lead. Then Kane scored the second. That's back-to-back games he has scored for the new coach Tuchel. Now Eze scored the final goal in the 76 minutes. A good game for, even though everybody expected England to win this game, but it was a good outing for them. If you look at the statistics in that game, more possession, they had 27 shots in total, 8 on target, 27 shots. They won't kill their opponent, and it was a good game for the good training practice for them.
Good game, good performance. Like we said yesterday, I was telling also yesterday that guys, you should just start your first 11. When you take over a new job, a lot of expectations, and one of the way you reduce that expectation is by just sticking to the fundamentals, winning your game, and buying leverage with the fans and with the management above you. Because if you can't buy leverage with these two people, you won't last on the job. So yesterday's game was a very terrible one for you to come and start shifting around the pieces. No, start with the basic team, and that's what he did, and he got the win. 3 goals on the night. Kudos to Kane, kudos to Eberechi, kudos to Reece James. And you could see from the substitutions, if you go over the substitutions, only 1 or 2 outliers. Every other person as it should be. Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Somebody said something that you find what works, and when it works, you rinse and repeat. You don't need to go and find something new. Just rinse and repeat what works for the next 50 years, and you look back, you have close to 80 trophies.
Yeah, Kane playing almost all the minutes in those 2 games. He doesn't even want stories. He didn't play Solanke at all in these 2 games. I don't know why, but probably because he's just coming back from injury, or they decided not to.
Another person that played the full night, Morgan Rogers.
Yeah, for this game. Even if I'm talking about the 2 games, Kane played the 2 games.
Yes.
Rogers was introduced. I think he was trying to put more pressure. He played Jude at probably deeper.
Yeah, like I've been saying, yes.
Deeper, before he played in the last game, he played further behind the striker.
He played him behind the striker. In this game, he moved him
deeper and put Rogers there to see if they are going to get more goals, and they scored. Rashford starting back-to-back games. If he had stayed at Manchester United, he wouldn't have been starting games. He wouldn't have been called for this national team.
Of course.
Moving to Aston Villa had probably changed his life, and he is starting for England. Even though when Palmer and Salah comes back, we will see if he's going to make
the most important thing is if Aston Villa are going to pay the £40 million to keep the deal permanent.
They have to pay. They have to pay, yes.
Let's not forget that somebody else also, Chelsea, instead of 15 million now, we found out yesterday that Chelsea have just 5 million to pay to send Sancho back. So let's see how it's going to pan out.
But England winning that game, back-to-back win for Tuchel. Do you think that Tuchel is the man for this job? If it's just 2 games, we can't judge with 2 games. But even though they played Albania and this Latvia team, but do you think the way they are playing? I saw them. He said that he wasn't entertaining football, which we saw probably a glimpse of it. They had more shots. They were direct. They were just trying to score as many goals as possible. They were taking shots left, right, center, trying to score. Probably that was Tuchel told them, can we trash these guys, even though they scored only 3? I don't know, almost 27 shots in total. That means they want to score more goals.
Of course, and let's not forget that this is still without Palmer, Saka.
Yes.
If these guys were in the mix, trust me, it would have been 7 yesterday. So we have to understand that. Secondly, there's another thing Tuchel keeps saying. He wants to see England play without fear. 1, he wants to see them playing more attacking football. Yes, it's still too early to call it, but I think I like the look of Tuchel and the look of his English team, because this is the English team we've been wanting to turn up for the Euros, wanting to turn up for the World Cup, because this side are playing like they've been playing for the last 50 years together. And I like the look of Tuchel's team. while it's still early days, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I think Tuchel is going to cement himself on the job when he meets a really big candidate, meeting a Spain or a France right now in Europe, and winning that game comfortably like they did last night would cement him on the job.
It's going to be tough. Do you think that if he faces some of these big things that is going to, because even if we can criticize what's his name, the former coach
Southgate
all you can, but he reached the finals of Euros back to back.
Of course.
So they brought him to do one better. You cannot just come here and finish fourth and say you are playing exciting football. They are looking to bring you home. This bringing home.
They want to bring you home. It's been long since 1966 they won the World Cup, and I don't think they've won any major tournament as a country since then. So they want to bring it home. Finals of the Euros, it was by the scruff of the neck. They were comfortably going to the finals. You understand me? And with what we are seeing here, if this was a tournament, you will see England strutting themselves to the finals. You understand me? The difference is that the mentality has shifted. Where Southgate relied heavily on player brilliance and a couple of things going their way, this guy is winning comfortably. That's the difference. And it's also going to come to bear when we talk about them winning silverware. He needs to look at his squad and expand the team, because there are a few legs here that cannot play a tournament. Like, you can't play 9 games back to back with a few legs here. So he needs to bring in fresh young players that can come in and run riots and do what they do best on the biggest stages. If he's going to win the World Cup or win a Euros, he needs to add that firepower into the team.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Because trust me, Sri Lanka will not cut it.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. James was the man of the match yesterday. Good game for him. Good free kick for him too to score that goal. Let's see what England, if Tuchel can do one better than Southgate, because Southgate actually did well. They reached the semi-final of the World Cup.
Yes.
Back-to-back finals of the Euros, but somehow they keep falling short in the final to win that tournament. But let's see if Tuchel is going to do one better than Southgate. Okay, let's move on to South American qualification. Before we start taking phone calls, we are going to be asking your prediction for Nigerian game today versus Zimbabwe. So when you call us, you tell us what you think will happen in Nigeria versus Zimbabwe today. But let's talk about South American League. South American World Cup qualification first before we talk about that. It's going to be an interesting game today because the two heavyweights are playing in 1 a.m. in the night. Argentina versus Brazil. We're going to go to our YouTube because one of our Brazilian guys is on our YouTube today. He's our new fan. He's testing us from Brazil. We're going to be reading some of his comments right now. Okay, John, what do you think? Let's go to our YouTube first before we talk about this South American World Cup qualification. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Okay, John, on our YouTube, Felipe is talking.
Yeah. First off, good morning and welcome to you, Ebube. You all know how we see you. Also, same to Joe Brown. Yes, thank you for that. And then Felipe is saying, I'm back here directly from Brazil. A hug to you all.
Thank you, Felipe.
Thank you. He said, of course, Palmeiras to the world. We see you. And then he's saying in Brazil, it's 4:30 in the morning in Brazil.
Oh,
wow. Thank you for joining us. It means a lot.
Yes, it's around 8:38 here in African time in Nigeria.
Yeah, so and then we have Cletus there. He's saying, I just want Benin to beat South Africa for us because I am certain that Benin won't find it funny if they come to Nigeria. But remember, Nigeria will be going to South Africa. So I want Benin to beat South Africa for us. I feel you, but I want a draw in that encounter. Just want a draw in that encounter, because them winning moves them farther away from us. I'd rather keep them close to where they are.
But they win and we winning, it's going to make it closer for us to stay with the first position.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Then he's also saying that we need to close the gap with South Africa, and Benin need us to do that favor of beating South Africa. And then finally, Felipe Dantas is saying, and today Brazil will beat Argentina, goal by Vinicius Junior.
Okay,
Wow.
let's see what happened. Talking about South American
Okay.
qualification, Argentina will be hosting Brazil in that big encounter. That game will happen 1 a.m. In the night. It's going to be a big, one of the biggest games in South America is Argentina versus Brazil. Okay, if you look at that game, what do you think will happen that game? They are without Messi. Messi had a knock, so he didn't travel with the squad. But Argentina have a good squad. They beat Uruguay away from home. But
Of
if you look
course.
at what they have been talking to the press, especially Rafinha has been talking to the press, saying using the F word, saying that they don't care about Argentina. They have this small. I won't call it a rivalry, but they're always
Of
fighting
course.
somehow. But they are talking big against Argentina, even though when the coach of Argentina was asked, he was still talking about it's just football. I don't know why they are taking it as if it's a war, but everybody knows that when it comes to Brazil versus Argentina, it's always going to be a war. But today we are expecting another war.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say, Felipe, just close your ears for this one now. I think Argentina will win, even without Lionel Messi. You have Alvarez, you have Lautaro Martinez, you have a couple of brilliant midfielders there. Unless Brazil come to the park with something exceptional, which what's that something exceptional? Unless we are going to see Rafinha replicate his form for FCB in the Brazil national side, unless we are going to see Vini put up the numbers he does in the Champions League finals on big nights for Madrid. On the night, then we'll see Brazil coming away with maybe a draw, a narrow win. But I expect Argentina to win.
That game is one of the biggest games, so you're expecting Argentina to win.
Sure, with or without Messi.
Argentina is playing at home. Brazil, I won't call them like. If you look at it, we keep talking about that old generation in early 2000, even early 1990s, in early 2000, if I especially in early 2000 to 2014, they have one of the, I can't explain that squad. The squad that even Robio wasn't making the squad.
Yes,
Wasn't
you talk
even
about
playing.
Juninho men
wasn't
sitting
making.
on the bench.
I'm telling you,
You
Kaka
talk
not
about
even starting.
players.
So imagine players like that playing. Ronaldo was playing Rivaldo, Ronaldo, De Lima, a whole lot of guys.
Roberto Carlos with his left leg.
Oh, I forgot that guy. Oh my God, those guys were like, for them not even to win like 5 World Cup in that generation
It's crazy.
It was crazy. That if you look at that squad, it was crazy. They were just brilliant everywhere on that pitch. But today now they have more technical players that can roll like Vini, Rafinha, players that are more direct.
Let's not forget Rodrigo too.
Yeah, they are most all of them are direct players. Direct players. They just want to move the ball and score goals. No all those skillful. I think the only skillful player they have in that squad, in quote, is Neymar. And he's always injured. He's injured for this game. He was called off for this game, but he was pulled out because he had a knock, so he's not going to play that game. But it's going to be a huge encounter. Argentina will play Brazil 1 a.m. Nigerian time. It's going to be a good encounter. John is predicting to Argentina to win, but I think Brazil will, because of our new fan, Brazil. I'm going to support Brazil for this one.
Imagine if Neymar had CR7's work ethic.
Let's not go into that debate.
No,
let's
because
not go into that debate.
It's heartbreaking, man. Like
he's
another knock.
He's always
Crazy,
injured.
man.
He's always injured. So
I feel for him, though.
I think if you remove injury, he should be at least the third best player in this whole. Nobody
For
will
real.
debate that
For
after
real.
him, Ronaldo. After Messi, Ronaldo, it has to be him. But if you look at his number, you see a crazy number he's put out for. The problem that he has not played a whole lot of games. But let's see what Neymar is going to be doing. He's not playing this game, but he's going to cheering them at home to make sure that Brazil wins this game. Okay, finally on our YouTube channel, we say Chigozie Alexander is saying, would it be possible, guys? Hi guys, this is Alex. What exactly will be possible? What will be possible, Alex? Tell us what you think. He said, would it be possible? So let's hear what you are saying, if it's going to be possible on our YouTube channel. Okay, let's open the phone lines and take few calls. Tell us your prediction about Nigeria versus Zimbabwe. What is your scoreline?
Straight to the point.
Okay. Chigozie is saying, as for our Super Eagles, 3-0. Okay, Felipe is now saying the best Brazilian team was in 2002 World Cup. The team
Yes,
had
I
Dida,
agree with you.
Cafu, Lucio Junior, Rocco Junior, Emerson,
Yes.
Kaka, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Dennis, Omo.
You left out Adriano, man. Adriano was giving some crazy shots.
Alano came later. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution or your prediction for Nigerian game?
For Nigerian match today, we are going to beat them. It's nothing.
Okay.
Nigeria should be looking for a nice midfielder, which is a little bit weaker now. But we will be looking for his best in the segment. And our brother paying for 80 million. I mean, what is his name?
Chukwueze.
Chukwueze is not fantastic this time around. We have to sustain the game. We have to win this match. For Brazil and Argentina, even without Messi, our average is doing very well. Very hot. That might be a problem. And I pray Nigeria will be today and we will qualify at the end of it all.
Okay.
Thank you and God bless.
Thank you and God bless. Let's see if Nigeria is going to win today. Call us 0706 048 585 Tell us what you think will happen in today's game. What's your prediction for Nigeria versus Zimbabwe? Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
And then Mr. Godwin.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Godwin, calling from Safo.
Okay, what is your prediction for Nigerian game today?
Yeah, first of all, let's take that Brazil match.
Okay, Brazil versus Argentina. Okay.
I want Brazil to beat Argentina.
Okay.
Because as it looks like this now, Argentina have already qualified. So let's leave another country to qualify to.
Okay.
We are not to look like in South America.
Okay.
And I thought Messi is not playing in that World Cup qualifier.
No, he's not playing.
But will he play in the main World Cup?
If he's injury free, but that's the plan.
If it's injury free, why not?
He will play, but he will play. Yes, he's going to play if he's fit.
Okay, I wish you not play that much. Talking about the Nigeria match today. Nigeria, that match is going to be very tough. Nigeria is still come out with all 3 points. My prediction is 1-0 in favor of Nigeria.
Okay,
people, I think they are coming up to as a squad because they don't have anything to do. The match is going to be 1-0.
Okay. All right, let's see what happens in that game. 1-0, just predicting 1-0 in that game. Okay, it's possible.
We need more goals, though. We don't need 1-0 wins. We need more goals.
Okay, let's take more calls. 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
John, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Alan, bro, yeah.
Okay, name and location.
Now, Hamden, coming from Ghana. Yes, I disagree with the last caller about the prediction he made.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, Nigeria is going to trash them. Zimbabwe 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like 1-0.
Mm.
Are we underrated? If we beat Zimbabwe 1-0, that means South Africa will beat us now. Let's see how it will be now. We are going to win them 3-0.
Okay.
Nothing like yes.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, he's predicting 3-0 for Nigeria to win that game. You can also tell us the prediction about Argentina and Brazil. Who do you think will win that game? Tell us your prediction about that game. Tell us your prediction about Nigerian game. Who do you think will win that game? Let me look. Okay, sorry, we can't hear you. There's a whole lot of noise coming from your side. When you call us, please turn down the volume of your radio set. We can hear you, but we can hear your radio set whenever you call us and your radio set is on. Okay, hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Hello,
This is Peter calling from Birmingham.
Okay, Peter, what is your prediction for today's game?
Concerning Nigeria, I'm seeing, I think it's Lesotho that will beat 7-0. I don't know, there is a team that will crash 7-0 before.
What was that? Last time Nigeria won a team 7-0. It's been ages.
It's been a long time, yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember, but I think somehow last year. But Nigeria is going to win this one by 5-0 to last week.
Okay.
5 more. And
Okay.
I'm seeing even them not making any of it.
Okay.
So, and then Brazil will crash Argentina. I don't want to see anything.
Oh wow, Brazil will crash Argentina.
Like,
Is that so? You're giving Felipe hope.
and I'm predicting if there is a bet that they used to take that there will be a fight in the match. I think I will take it. That match will be a fight.
Oh yes, normally they all right, thank you very much. Normally when Brazil and Argentina somehow they quarrel,
yes.
they fight their fight somehow. I don't know how they do it, but there's always a conflict here and there when both of them play. But let's see what happens in that game. It's going to be a huge game. Nigeria playing Zimbabwe and Argentina hosting Brazil today. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. There's a whole lot of noise. I think it's from.
Yeah, just move away from your radio
set, please.
From
Okay, what is your contribution quickly?
Yeah, you guys are very wonderful.
Thank you.
I love your program so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, talking about our match today, I think the super.
Okay, we lost that call. 0706048585 Your prediction for Nigerian game. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Engineer for Francis.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. What is your prediction for today's game?
My prediction is I want to let Super Eagles to careful. It's true that we are playing at home. Don't let them underrate that team. 1. 2, let them play with full discipline. If they can do it, Super Eagles beat them 3-0 and collect our 3 points. Super Eagles for life.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, Super Eagles for life. Yeah, before where you
expect? Like,
where you want to go?
We don't go anywhere.
We have to support our country to win that World Cup. One of these days, we're going to win that World Cup. It's going to happen in our own lifetime. I'm going to be alive and witness Nigeria winning that World Cup.
What will you do that period?
Shut down.
Declare.
Shut down.
Okay.
I'll shut down the whole state. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution?
My prediction about the match today.
Yes.
You guys remember that promotion switch that the coach did the first match?
Okay.
I want to do it again today.
Okay.
That double switch, that 3 switch of option he did the first match, we need to do them again. He's confused the opponent that first match.
Yes.
I want to do them again.
Okay.
I want the team there for that match today. I want to beat the record of Achilles record of calling goals today.
Okay.
And for Brazil and Argentina. You guys know my boys there. Also Fernandez and two or 3 other young staff there.
So I just not to win for you.
Yeah, I Argentina some people more than Brazil.
Okay.
I give it to it's going to be a start match between those 2.
Okay.
Because I don't know who will score goal. You know to make place there.
Yes, no problem. Let's see what happens again. Thank you very much. Okay, finally on our YouTube channel, Felipe Dante said, I want to say goodbye to you because I'm going to sleep. Okay, go and sleep. He said that it's about 4:30 a.m. in the morning. So he's awake watching us. Thank you for joining us every day.
Thank you, man.
You joined this channel and subscribe. You've been joining us, waking up and joining us. Thank you very much for joining us for all the way from Brazil. And he's also saying, and to say that in Brazil, the best team is Corinthians. Good morning to you. So good morning and go and have your rest. Okay, this is how I'm going to end it today's show. Remember, guys, you are live every day, Monday to Saturday. On Monday, Sunday here at Volt FM Sports on YouTube. So please please join us and subscribe to our channel. You can watch us everywhere. Even if you jump out from this country, you can still join us and be part of this conversation. You see, we are always having fun here in the studio. Join that conversation with us, join that fun with us in the studio here at Vote FM Enugu and on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Let's wish Nigeria all the luck they need. Let's hope that they get all 3 points and trash Zimbabwe to the win they play at Uyo today. Finally on our YouTube channel. Okay, he said, oh, okay, Chigozie Alexander said, I sent you guys. Okay, we read your message. You said that Super Eagles will win today, 3-0. We read your message, Chigozie. Read the message. He said, as for our Super Eagles, they are going to win 3-0. Thank you for that prediction, Chigozie Alexander. Thank you for joining us every day on our show. I'm going to come back here tomorrow. That time, by this time tomorrow, Nigeria has already finished playing. We'll see what our coach has done for us, or who is going to score, and how many. We are going to talk about how many scoreline, how many we give them.
How many goals?
Not if you are going to win, how many goals we are going to score.
Yeah.
Let's sit down and enjoy. If you can watch the Brazil and Argentina game by 1 a.m., watch it too. It's going to be an interesting game. I'll see you tomorrow and have a wonderful day.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a break and enjoy the show.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, that's a great goal!
Entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State Governor has sent us
Gospel.
And let them have
The kingdom of God is within people.
Daalụnụ ndị be anyị, ekene m unu Igbo ndị ọma njem ọnụ, unu a na-emekwa ọfụma.
awesome programs exclusively on
Volt 104.3 FM.